Text patterns or structures refer to how the information within a written text is organized. This strategy helps us understand that a text might present a main idea and details, a cause and then its effects, and or different views of a topic. Also, the textual pattern is a way to classify the textual style and content. The textual pattern that constructs an article varies according to the difference of the textual style. Narrative. The essential purpose of narrative is to tell a story, but the detailed purpose may vary according to genre. It usually has point of view and it focuses on events in time. Narrative is fundamental on children's learning. They use it as an instrument to aid them establish their ideas and to see the sides of new ideas and experiences. Let's take a look at this example. The author narrates his experience with bike riding. Learning how to ride a bike for the first time was a nerve-wracking, independent moment. I was about 5 years old when my sister informed me that I was too old to still be riding a bike with training wheels. That was the time I decided not to depend on them anymore. Even though I had some doubt, my sister and I went outside and started to take the little wheels off my bike. After my bike went through the transformation, I was now ready for the big moment. With butterflies in my stomach, I slowly got on the bike and with my shaky hands, I gripped the handles tightly. Meanwhile, my sister was holding on to me to help keep my balance. I was so afraid that she would let go. Yet, I was determined to ride this bike on my own. Description. This type of text structure features a detailed description of something to give the reader a mental picture. The use of adjectives or descriptive words is necessary. For example, it was a cold gray day in late November. The weather had changed overnight when a backing wind brought a granite sky and a muzzling rain with it. And although it was now only a little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the pallor of a winter evening seemed to have closed upon the hills, cloaking them in mist. In this text, the author used plenty of adjectives to describe the surroundings or situations to help the readers better imagine the context. Exemplification. This type of text structure uses specific and vivid examples for the purpose of adding more information to explain, persuade, define, or illustrate a general idea. Likewise, exemplification provides solid support and strong evidence to prove the writer's main statement. For example, people looking to lose weight have a few options: exercise, diet, weight loss pills, and surgery. Exercising involves going to a gym, working out at home, or joining some sort of class or sports team. Those who are dieting can talk to a doctor about a plan for them. Weight loss pills can be taken if proper precautions and directions are followed. Individuals who are severely overweight can talk to a doctor about having surgery to lose the weight that they need. Notice how the author provided plenty of information to expound on the different weight loss options. Comparison and contrast. This type of text examines the similarities and differences between two or more people, events, concepts, ideas, etc. Both characteristics of the things being compared or contrasted are pointed out very specifically. For example, apples and oranges are both fruits, which means that they have seeds inside of them. Each has a skin, but orange skins are thicker and easier to peel. Apple skins are thinner and do not peel easily. Oranges also contain more acid than apples, but both fruits are delicious. Cause and effect. This structure presents the causal relationship between a specific event, idea, or concept, and the events, ideas, or concept that follow. For example, many people think that they can get sick by going into cold weather improperly dressed. However, illnesses are not caused by temperature, they are caused by germs. So, while shivering outside in the cold probably won't strengthen your immune system, you're more likely to contract an illness indoors because you will have a greater exposure to germs. Problem solution. This type of structure sets up a problem or problems, explains the solution, and then discusses the effects of the solution. For example, in the early 1800s, the United States needed room to grow. The problem was most people lived in the East. The cities were crowded. New land was expensive. Young families couldn't afford to buy farms. Then, as a solution, the United States government purchased land from France. The government also acquired land from Mexico. Soon the country stretched all the way to the Pacific Ocean. People looked to the setting sun with outstretched arms and said, "Go west!" Settlers rode in wagons or on horses. They followed long, dusty trails across hot plains for thousands of miles. There was no shelter. People slept in tents on the ground. They had to watch out for wild animals like wolves and snakes. The trip west could take months. Then a railroad was built that stretched from the east coast almost to the west coast. The railroad made travel faster. More people poured into the new lands. The settlers quickly built small towns where the farming, fishing, and mining were good. Persuasion. A persuasive text presents a point of view around topic or theme which is backed by evidence to support it. The purpose of a persuasive text can be varied. Maybe you are intending to influence someone's opinion on a specific topic, or you might be aiming to sell a product or service. For example, immigration contributes to the overall health of the American economy. Despite recent concerns expressed about illegal and some legal immigration to the United States, this country has largely benefited from the skills, talents, and ambition that immigrants bring with them. American businesses gain from a good source of affordable labor, while towns and cities are revitalized by immigrant families who strengthen communities through civic participation and the generation of new economic activity. The United States must continue to welcome new arrivals and help those who are already here. Otherwise, the country will lose the advantages it has over other industrialized countries that compete against us in the global marketplace and seek to recruit from a vast pool of unskilled and skilled global workers. Order or sequence. This text structure gives readers a chronological of events or a list of steps in a procedure. The use of transitional devices is also observed when writing this kind of text. For example, it seemed like an ordinary day when she got up that morning, but Linda was about to embark on the worst day of her life. First, she fell in the bathtub because her mother forgot to rinse out the bath oil. Then she spilled orange juice on the outfit she had spent hours putting together for school pictures. When she changed, she messed up the French braid her mother had put in her hair. As she walked out the door, she dropped all of her school books and her math homework flew away. Once she made it to the car, she thought everything would be all right. She was wrong. Her father didn't look before he backed out of the driveway and ran into the neighbor's truck. Linda's side of the car was damaged the most, and she ended up with a broken arm. That night, she cried herself to sleep. The structure of a text, particularly a nonfiction one, goes a long way toward building our understanding, even if we don't often notice it. The way the information is organized in a paragraph, chapter, or book helps our brains understand which bit of information is most important and how to categorize the rest. This supports our comprehension and helps us to file up facts in our minds for future reference.